Boom.
You probably don't know this about me, because it's probably the first video you got recommended of me, but I like to consider myself to be quite unique. Not as in the I go out of my way to be different way, just that I happen to have different opinions from others, and different tastes and preferences and style and word choice and all that. Look, maybe not the word choice part, but you get my point. As a different person, my opinions happen to differ greatly from the public on several occasions. There may be, nay, there are, things out there that you may love, but I just don't care about. And there may be some things you either haven't heard of or look down on that I have almost nothing but praise for. So in this video, I'll be pissing off a lot of people who are passionate about the things I'm about to call overrated. Things including anime, video games, music, food, the sort. Oh, one more thing, it has to be something that I have experienced myself, so I can't say I didn't care for Devil May Cry because I've never played Devil May Cry. I've played Sad Satan, but last time I checked, it wasn't the same thing. Now, without further ado, let's groove tonight! I do not care for mint and chocolate flavor. Just anything that's mint and chocolate. Ice cream, other desserts, milkshakes, whatever you can think of, is probably better with just the chocolate. Now, I could have just made this targeted towards mint by itself, but it feels like I rarely see that. It feels like the one mainly being pushed as a flavor is mint and chocolate, and no matter how good the chocolate is, it just can't carry what the mint has dropped. Mint just sucks, bro. Well, actually, maybe I should word it like this. Chocolate has this warm, soothing, and inviting flavor. It's a food that makes you feel good and relaxed when tasting it. It's awesome. And then we have mint, which is just the exact opposite of that in every which way. If the chocolate is the warm and cozy one, the mint is like the tsundere who would punch you if you just looked at her funny. Turns out that sometimes, when you mix two separate things that are not alike, they combine to become something worse. In every instance of chocolate and mint, the mint always overpowers and it ruins the taste of the chocolate. It's like the chocolate goes for one thing, and the mint comes in and goes for something else. The mint is the dominant one in their relationship, and I am not happy about it. Go back to being a gum flavor, you tsundere. I do not care for ice-cold water. Now, I'm not saying that water is at its best when it's room temperature or when it's hot. But when it's as cold as ice, it's just undrinkable. It makes my throat sore as hell. Like, how do people drink that? I like my water slightly below room temperature, not way below. I never got the hype and probably never will. Well, I say hype, even though nobody is talking about this. I don't know. I just can't drink ice cold water. My body ain't made for that. I do not care for anything to do with peanut butter. It's because I'm allergic to it. I did not care for Kanye West. Well, mainly his songs. I think he was quite funny as a person. Well, before, ever since maybe last year or the year before, I've heard many people, be it YouTubers or just random people I met in person, talk about how Kanye is one of their favorite artists of all time. I've listened to a good amount of Kanye songs, and not a single one has stuck with me. I don't know, man. His style is just not for me. And normally, people who have wild-ass lyrics in their songs get my attention because I think it can lead to some of the funniest bars ever. That's why Ski Mask the Slump God is one of my favorite rappers of all time. The reason why is because he makes more fire music. If you know any underrated or sleeper hits of Kanye's, please comment them down below so I can be proven wrong. You're probably not going to, but hey, you can try your chances. I did not care for this. What, just black and blue dress? What's the big idea? How did people think this was gold and white? Were y'all rage baiting? Y'all were rage baiting before it was the trend?
Hey, if you're enjoying this video and you're liking the vibe, then you should reconsider like and subscribe. Maybe even leave a comment too. And if you do, this video will get up in the algorithm. Woohoo!
And also, if you're a YouTuber watching this video, comment below telling me that you're a YouTuber and you subscribed so I can subscribe back. So, it's like a little I help you, you help me type thing. Anyways, back to the video. Okay, now is where I get the most amount of people mad. In this section of the video, we'll be talking about anime. Yay! I'm about to get canceled or something. Okay, first up, didn't care about Code Geass. It was Code Geass. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't bad, but just greatly overrated. It was fine for like the first half, but got incredibly boring sometimes later. I just didn't see a reason to continue watching. I was forcing myself to watch it, and just couldn't get invested into it like everyone else. I just can't buy the hype. I can see why people like the show, but it just really didn't click with me. Though I will admit, Lelouch was quite the cold protagonist, arguably the best character in the whole show. Well, mainly because he has no one to compete with. The only reason I actually managed to finish both seasons was because my brother, who was a really big fan of the show, kept on insisting that the show was peak and the ending was going to be so worth it. This actually made it worse because my expectations were set sky high after that, and once I got to the ending, I was kinda underwhelmed. I mean, it was cool, I guess, but I expected it to be more impactful. The episode where he banished his parents was probably the best episode in the whole show for me. Nothing else got even close to that. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. I did not care for Attack on Titan. Kinda like Code Geass. The only reason I started watching it was because my brother watched it before me and told me that the show was good, and I was like, okay. And put whatever anime I was watching at the time on hold to embark on a journey of bloodshed and politics. I actually kinda liked this one. Not as much or even as close to as much as everyone else, but it was fine. I actually didn't even finish season 4, but hey, I watched the majority of it, so I feel like I'm qualified to give this opinion since it's been long enough. Also, the ending has already been spoiled to me, so I kinda don't see a reason to come back. It just ain't happening. I did not care for Mob Psycho 100. I honestly thought this would be one of my favorite anime of all time. I've heard many praises for it, I've seen some funny clips, and it just looks like one of those anime that I genuinely have a soft spot in my heart for. I got bored halfway through season 2 because it just felt like nothing that interesting was happening. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I'm looking for something better than not bad, you feel me? I did not care for Solo Leveling. I actually made a video about this anime. Though if you also don't really like this one, then you probably already know what I have to say about it. Lack of story, the entire thing just being flashy fights, and the fact that it's a power fantasy, meaning that the spotlight is by default constantly on the main character, leaving everyone else in the dust. I can see the appeal, but it just doesn't appeal to me. I did not care for Naruto.
What did he say? Whoa, hey.
Oh, okay, alright, yeah, hold on. And before you come at me with your Rasengans and your Chidoris, at least listen to what I have to say first, and then you can decide if I deserve the death penalty or not. Am I trying to say that Naruto is bad? No, of course not. In fact, this anime is quite good, believe it or not. Great, at times. However, only at times. It's not like 100% of this show is good, which isn't actually a bad thing at all. No show is perfect, not even my favorite one. So why did I bring up that point? Well, it's because most people on the internet are blinded by nostalgia every time they open their mouths about this damn ninja sex party. Whenever someone who's known about Naruto for a long time talks about Naruto, they always bring up and remember the good stuff about it. The world building, the characters, the music, the personalities, the personalities, the personality.
No.
Anyways, this show does a lot of things well. It also does a lot, okay, maybe not a lot, but it does a sizable amount of things poorly. The pacing for one is absolutely atrocious. It's not like One Piece levels of bad pacing. Talk about some, the bomb will explode in 10 minutes, only for it to explode in like 3 episodes. But it can really hamper the experience. Like for example, in the Naruto vs Sasuke fight in the Final Valley, for a while it was just Sasuke uses an attack. Then the rest of the episode is just a flashback about Sasuke's childhood. Then Naruto avoids the attack, and Sasuke charges up another attack. Repeat for like 5 episodes straight. The greatest anime of all time, am I right, guys? Also, plot armor is absolutely egregious in certain cases, like with the fight with Naruto and Kiba back in the Chunin exams that I actually made a video on. You should go watch it. But if you can't be bothered, I'll try to make this brief. So, the two are fighting to see who makes it past the preliminaries. Kiba was dogging the ever-living shit out of Naruto for a majority of the fight, but Naruto kept on getting back up and retaliating. This would be fine if they let Kiba get up and attack, but as soon as Kiba was sent to the floor, nope, nah, he's gone, get out of here. Naruto was knocked out like 3 times, so that was like 3 times where Kiba should have won the fight, but nah, since Naruto was supposed to be portrayed as the underdog, he gotta win no matter what. Crazy thing is, I've never heard anyone talk about this fight before. Like, I'm actually really surprised that I was the only person to ever point this out, because with how vast the anime community has gotten, I thought there was gotta be at least one other person who came forward about this fight, but nah, I guess it's just me standing on stage talking about how I'm right and y'all are wrong. If you have any actual justifications for the outcome of this fight, please tell me, so I can still prove you wrong. Yo, Editor Swag here. Upon doing some further research, found out that there actually were people who made videos about, Kiba and how he should have won the fight. Like, that long ago. And that long ago. However, I didn't know about their existence while making, the video that I made. And I was the first person to make like an actual long form video. These people are making shorts. Therefore, I did it first. Yeah. Alright. Anyways. Also, I feel like Naruto is a beginner anime. It's supposed to be an introduction to anime for people trying to get into it. Now, if I had watched Naruto as early as I had started watching One Piece, my opinions would maybe be different. It's just a maybe, but I feel like I started watching Naruto like way too late in my anime journey. All the tired out tropes present in other anime were present here, and it honestly just felt so generic at times. Like, I just couldn't, man. I just couldn't. Also, I don't care what the reason behind that plot twist at the end was. Either Kishimoto just couldn't think of a way to kill this overpowered god of a character that he made here, or if it was an editor's choice, but making Black Zetsu the mastermind behind everything was just bad writing. She was dog ass. Tried to pull this pulling the strings all along card, and it failed miserably. Okay, last thing, then we can move on. One of the themes of Naruto was that you could always become the best, no matter where you are or what you have in your life. It doesn't matter about what you're born with or your current circumstances. If you just put in the work, put in the hours, you can achieve any kind of great goals you set your mind to. This was most apparent during the fight with Neji during the Chunin exams, where this entire philosophy was proven wrong as Naruto got pieced up like some chump and had Kurama carry the battle by giving him chakra to end up beating Neji completely unfairly. This nigga ain't do shit besides get his ass whooped. What part of that was hard work? This is not to deny the efforts that Naruto put into making himself what he is, but the fact that he was given the nine-tailed fox already put him at a huge advantage compared to everyone else around him. You think Rock Lee got to where he was because of some deity blessing him with some abnormal physical capabilities? Nah, bro had to work for it like a real man. He's honestly a better representative for this model than Naruto ever was. And we're not even going to talk about the 4th Great Ninja War, just know. Like, what the fuck is that? Bro, Neji was right. In order to succeed in life, you just have to be born different. Okay, I'm done talking about this darn ninja anime. Actually, there are a lot more like wizards with the amount of elements they be using. Hopefully, I made my stance a little more clear. And if you still want to throw your ninjutsus at me, well, too bad, because I just killed you. Alright, last anime take, I promise. I did not care for Dandadan. See, I like weird and unique things. They kind of just get me to feel a way that I don't normally do, and I just like it, you know? It just feels mysterious and wild, and it's a feeling that stays and doesn't go. Like, for example, Kaiba, that's my shit, you know what I'm saying? Going off of this, you would think that Dandadan would be right up my alley, right? Well, no. I did not mess with Dandadan. It didn't feel as good to watch as my standard weird anime. It just feels like it tries to be weird, and also like a modern anime at the same time, as opposed to just fully leaning onto the weird. I feel like if it embraced its weirder side, then maybe I'd like it more. I don't know, but as of yet, I am not picking up the show because I already dropped it like 3 times. I gave it 3 chances, and it under-delivered in all 3 of them. Not many anime feel so nothing burgerish like this one does. Alright, we're done with the weeb trash. Now let's talk about video games and get through the end of the stage. Okay, this is gonna seem really anticlimactic, but there's actually only one game I feel like talking about. Or there's one game I feel this way about. Well, it's more like a collection of games. It's Pokemon. We're talking about Pokemon here. Not the entirety of it, but just one generation that seems to be greatly overhyped that I never really felt the same as everyone else for. This is probably going to be the most infuriating one out of the bunch. Well, except maybe the Naruto take. I did not care for Gen 5 of Pokemon. Pokemon Black and White and their sequels. Many will tell you that these were the peak of Pokemon, and it's all been downhill ever since. And if you think that, good for you. After all, everyone's entitled to their own opinions and whatnot, and that's all fine and dandy. Okay, time to make out mad again. These games' soundtrack is mid. It has some good songs. I think we can all agree that there are some classified bangers out there, but there's so many songs that are just to the point where it drags the whole score down. Like, there's more mid out there than good. That's what I'm trying to say. I see people trying to hype up the Elite Four theme from these games. Bro, these games have the worst Elite Four theme out of any other game in the franchise. It's just meh. I liked it at the beginning, but it got ruined as soon as this part started. The wild Pokemon and trainer battle themes also suck in these games, makes me not want to do either, even though it's something I'd normally be excited about in a Pokemon game. Bro, whooping unsuspecting Pokemon trainers ass. Bro, come on man, that's my thing. Also, Zekrom and Reshiram have the most mid-legendary music of all time. All the other ones are iconic or just dope in their own ways. Then you have these two bums, unable to carry their weight in OST. It just doesn't feel like an actual legendary theme song to me. Like, I remember playing Pokemon White for the first time, and being completely thrown off by this song playing when I encountered Zekrom. Though I will give it to them. The Red HP music was a cool ass idea. I think we can all collectively get together and agree that that shit was hype. Alright, enough about the music. Now let's talk about some other stuff.
Say your wife's name one more time, I'ma delete all that motherfucking money that I son of your motherfucking ass. I'ma call my motherfucking thing and I'ma tell the bitch that you follow my motherfucking car, bitch. I don't know what's hard for you. Say
And don't get me started on some of these Pokemon's availabilities and evolution levels. I'm not trying to sit here and wait until the Victory Road to catch this Dino bastard, only for it to reach its second stage at level 50, and then its final stage at level 64. Why am I trading this runt, this baby, into a big boy all in one go, and not at like, the mid-game or something? And why can I get Garchomp before I get Zweilous? I thought it was a good idea for these chumps to evolve so late. Rufflet and Vullaby evolve at level 54, Pawniard evolves at level 52, Mienfoo evolves at level 50, and Clang evolves at level 49. The last two are the most egregious for me because the evolutions aren't even good enough to justify them being this late to evolve. Like, who the f*** are you feeling like, huh? Out here evolving at such a level for only an average reward. Also, why is Bouffalon, a Pokemon with mid-game stats, only found extremely late in every game it's in? Like, who is using this thing when it's available to use? You're probably gonna have a team of non-normal types that are better than this fraud. And why is Alola not an evolution to Luvdisc? Oh, while we're on the topic of the generation's Pokemon, let's go back to these damn frauds for a second. But these have got to be the most underwhelming box art legends of all time. Lore-wise, they don't do shit besides just be strong. Oh, they help people build a world of truth? Or they assist in building an ideal world? Get the fuck out of here, man. The other legendaries do that too, and do something else that actually makes them legendary. Groudon controls the land, Kyogre controls the ocean, Rayquaza protects the Earth's atmosphere from any alien bastards, and keeping these two from destroying the Earth with their little pissy fights. Dialga controls time, Palkia controls space, and Arceus is literally God in the Pokemon world. Meanwhile, these two niggas do big fire damage and big electric damage. Not to mention their lackluster performances in the Uber tier in the competitive scene. Well, actually, Zekrom was fine, but like, a bit outclassed. Reshiram was straight dog shit. The thing Reshiram is best for is fusing with Kyurem to make Kyurem white, and actually be a pretty decent Pokemon. But in the context of going up against other legendary Pokemon. Okay guys, I have a confession to make. I actually haven't played Pokemon Black 2 or White 2, but honestly, I feel like I don't really need to. I don't really feel like I'm missing out on much. I already got the Unova experience, you know? And if you think I'm wrong and haven't truly lived in the moment enough and should play one of these games, then I have a challenge for you, as in like, the viewers as a whole. If this video gets 1,000 likes, or dislikes, I have the extensions so I'll know, then I'll do a Nuzlocke on one of these games, and you all get to see how right I was about everything. Or how wrong I was. This could age very poorly now that I think about it. And I don't dislike Gen 5 either. There's a bunch of things that make me feel like it gets way too much hype and praise, but overall I still like a lot of the Pokemon from this generation. I fuck with Crocodile, Excadrill, Seismitoad, Archeops, Scolipede, Electros, Bisharp, Hydreigon, Thundurus, Simisage, yes actually, Gigalith, Darmanitan, and more. Believe me, I'm with y'all on a lot of this generation's strong points. It's just that, well, I think you already know by now. Also, the starters are all mid. Unlike with every other generation where they're all good, or two of them are, or at least one sticks out to me, not a single one of these starters designs have that kind of charm to them. They're fine, I guess, but it just feels like something really important is missing from their design. Alright, with all that being said, I've said my piece.
My one piece.
I've been Melissa Swagman. Arigatou gozaimasu for watching, and yeah, that's basically it. See.
It's up on the Fury, Inferblast, for it's up on the Fury. Vänk av einen Daurikurta, das war's the Taufe, Balthasar. Inferblast, for it's up on the Fury, Inferblast, for it's up on the Fury.
This present to hold.